Good afternoon or good morning or good evening whenever you are watching this. How are you doing? It is week 4 of creating momentum, and what a fun time we are having in here. It is a really fun way to connect weekly with all of you. And just for some of you, it's a reminder of what this business is all about, right? Hey, Melanie, glad you're here live. How are you? I would love for you to drop in the chat right now. What has been your favorite part of this series so far? Was it rediscovering your why in week 1 and that vision? Or was it thinking about, how you are going to be willing, coachable, and pacing partners? Did anyone get a pacing partner after watching Tracy in week 2? Would love to know. Good morning, everyone. Hello. And last week, Pamela discussed all things time management. And have you dialed in some places where maybe you weren't spending time in the right ways? Did you pull out that calendar? I love a good visual. I have a very big, anyone have a big calendar like this at their house at all? I love it for the kids. I love seeing things at a glance. I also have a little paper one. I do, with all sorts, and then I have one on my phone. That is right. I have it at all the places. And it's super helpful to me. I would love, oh, Diane says Deb Barrows is her pacing partner. I love that. Good morning, everybody. So, what are you loving right now in your business? What has been going on that you're just loving? Hey, Araceli, good morning. Donna says using the calendar has been a game changer. Yeah, the Sun Essential calendar is incredible, and a full calendar with the right activity, that equals success, right? A full calendar with the right activity equals success. And we're going to be talking a lot about that today, income producing activities and what you're doing in your business, because it makes all of the difference. We're going to be talking actually about a few things. Number 1, the compound effect, what that is and how it affects actually every part of your life. I don't know if anyone's ever read The Compound Effect. It's a great book. Number 2, the number 1 income producing activity here at Synergens that everybody needs to do. Number 3, futures in the follow-up activity. Number 4, how lucrative your Senate time really can be. 5, selling what you share. And 6, offering the Senate choice. I am loving all of this feedback here right now. Sandra loves doing makeovers. Carol's getting so much better with her calendar. Diane says they're doing a new lemons challenge. I love the new lemons challenge. That is so fun. And what a great way to find new customers to wow and do makeovers and demos with, right? Makeovers for MUA. Love that, Diane. Fabulous. So when we are thinking about filling calendars with IPAs, it comes down to the activity that you're doing, okay? And Synergens really does allow each of you to run your business your way, based on your passion and how you want to run your business, which is incredible. So it doesn't matter how you run your business, but we do know that the desire to have success in the business, it requires more than just the desire to sell, the desire to share. It requires really a solid understanding of the income producing activities that you are doing that can help you maximize your earning potential. And sometimes we see other people who's guilty, like they see someone doing something and they try it and they're like, yeah, it didn't really work for me. I didn't get the same results. And that's because we all have our genius in different areas. And so really it comes down to how are you spending your time, and where are you in your own genius? Is it like this? Is it in stories? Is it in reels? Or is it behind the vendor event table, or in a one-to-one makeover, or at a beauty bar workshop? Where's your genius? Write it down. What is your favorite part of spending your Senna time? How do you do that? Would love to see here. Melanie says she's patiently awaiting the new lash certification program. That's going to be great. But what are you doing in the meantime to move your business forward? So we're going to be discussing the 5 most effective income producing activities. Molly says she loves her one-to-one makeovers. So does Araceli. Jerry Taylor Swade loves, we all have genius in different areas. Yes, we all do. And it's all about working that genius and discovering what that is. So maybe today we'll learn more about that. Beth loves doing small group demos. They're her favorite. Donna loves vendor events. Beautiful. Vendor events and demos. Sandra, I love that. Okay, so the 5 most effective income producing activities are prospecting, or the wow, as we call it here at Senegence, right? Follow-up, having a crystal clear idea of who you need to follow up with and when. Number 3, how are you spending your Senna time? We're talking about that right now. 4, upselling. And 5, building a team. So, but before we dive into these, let's revisit the time that you set aside for your business, right? We touched on this. If you missed Pamela's last week with time management, definitely go back there because she did a great job of talking about calendaring your time. But remember, if you've been doing this business for 1 week or 1 decade, you will start to understand that this business will not work unless you do, right? Am I right? If you're not working the business, it's not going to be working. So what does that really mean? It means you must set aside time, focused time. I like to call it a focused 15. You can call it a focused 40. You can call it a power hour. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's a certain amount of time that's set aside, focused activities on your business. And they're focused activities that are giving you a rate of return. So if you're finding that you're doing stories or you're posting in your beauty workshop, in your beauty groups, and you're not getting sales, maybe we need to look at that and inspect that. And another great quote Pamela said last week was, you have to inspect the, I'm messing up the quote right now, but it's, you need to inspect and to expect and expect to inspect, meaning you have to inspect the activity that you're doing to expect the results that you want. Meaning, if you're doing all this stuff on social, but you're not getting the return, meaning you're not getting sales, you're not seeing an increase, you're not getting new customers, you need to change that up. And I have a few suggestions for you today. So, do I need to spend more time doing what I'm doing because it's working, or do I need to fine tune a particular skill to achieve my goal? Or maybe I'm not doing enough of the right activities. Where do you think you fall in right now? Are you meeting your goals? If so, what are you doing that is meeting your goals? Most likely you're in your genius. And if you're not meeting your goals, why or why not? Is it because you are doing things in your genius and you're not doing enough of them? Or maybe you need some education from skill set, maybe beauty. Maybe you need beauty knowledge. Maybe you need cosmetics knowledge. Maybe you need knowledge on how to run a Facebook group party. Maybe you need knowledge that you can get from, content creation from your CP. Diane says she's not doing enough of the right activities. Not enough of they're all raising the hands. So what does that mean to you? So what are you going to do different now? What are the right activities that you need to do more of? Drop that in the chat. Okay. So making sure the time that you spend is focused and deliberate and getting you the results that you want is really the magic in all of this. And you're going to be surprised. It doesn't take as much time as you think. And this is what we call the compound effect. And the compound effect is the principle of consistently taking small positive actions over time that lead to significant results. It's really based on the idea that even small incremental improvements, when done consistently, can add up to significant progress over time. So for example, if you make a commitment to exercise for 30 minutes a day, you may not see significant changes in your body immediately, right? If I go out and, run a mile right now, or run 3 miles in 30 minutes, right? Depends on your time. I'm probably more like a 10-minute mile. So it'll take me about 40 minutes. So if I took a focused 40 minutes right now and went and ran 3 miles, am I going to see a change on the scale? Probably not, right? If I do that daily, do you think I'll see a change in the scale? Obviously, it depends on what I'm eating. Your weight is made or broke. It's made or broken in the kitchen. It's all about what you eat. But the exercise obviously helps. It's the same thing. If I'm sipping a glass of wine every single night and not working out and maybe adding more calories, adding some chips and guac with that, or some charcuterie, I will gain weight. It's that consistent activity over time. So let's look at your finances. If you consistently save each month, every month, even if it's just a few dollars over time, the compound effect of those savings can lead to significant financial growth and stability. So the compound effect can be applied to any part of your life. So whether it's personal development or success here at Senegence, what are you doing in your business that is compounding over time? Are you scrolling on social media, commenting on posts that aren't going to move your business forward? Are you focused on meeting new people every single month, every single day, right? So the key is to taking those consistent small actions over time rather than trying to make any drastic changes. It literally your business can change in 15 minutes. So with that in mind, let's look at the top 5 areas you can focus on in your business to achieve your goals. And number 1, we talk about it all the time here. Wow, right? We're wowing. We have our wow stripes on and we have maybe our wow bags. We're wowing in stories. We're putting makeup on in stories. We're wowing about our liners. We're wowing about how our makeup is not moving. We're wowing the fact that we have incredible skin and we have an incredible skincare routine. We're wowing for our lashes. We are wowing all of the time. So that is the most effective income producing activity. It's prospecting for new lemons that a lot of you are doing right now, right? So how do you wow? It's literally, the clinical term is the process of identifying potential customers for your products. It's one of the most important income producing activities for success in any business. To maximize your earnings potential, it's important to develop a consistent and effective prospecting strategy. Hi, Emily, glad you're here. So what are you doing consistently to meet new people? Drop it in the chat. If you're meeting them in person or virtually, what are you doing consistently? So whether you're consistently doing get ready with me's on your stories, whether you're consistently showing up at networking events within your community, or maybe consistently doing TikToks, YouTube videos, interacting in your beauty groups, maybe you implement a referral program and you're consistently getting referrals from your customers. How do you meet new people in your business? Consistently. And this is a daily, weekly, monthly. And the more you do it, the more business you're going to get. I have a question for you. I see a lot of you on Facebook all day long, and I'm wondering, have you leveraged lists on Facebook? Lists are a great way to build your relationships and interact with your Facebook friends. If you even just Google how to use lists. You'll be able to get more information on that. When I was running my multi-million-dollar business in the field, I leveraged lists all the time. I had lists for my Chi Omega sorority sisters. I had lists for my high school friends. I had lists for my former coworkers, and I grouped them up into different groups. My family, my cousins, my high school friends, my baseball moms, my rugby moms, my dance moms, and then my VIP customers and my hosts. You kind of get the drift there, the drift. When you leverage lists, you can take that focused 15 minutes and really dial in and not get distracted about what everyone else is doing. It was a way for me to go in and communicate with the people that I needed to communicate, go in and interact with their posts, send direct messages, build relationships authentically, and really kept me on task, because a lot of times we lose time on social media. Set a timer for yourself. Make sure that you are not spending all of your time on social media and not getting any business results back. So how else do you prospect? Share with us in the chat. We'd love to know. Whether it's stories on Facebook, Instagram, vendor events, markets, the baseball field, through hobbies that you have, your one-to-one demos, your makeovers, your referrals, YouTube, your email lists, Reels, TikToks. Share your favorites. We'd love to know. Sherry says she's trying to become more consistent with Reels and TikTok. Love that. Joanne works through her chamber of commerce in her town. Absolutely. Love, love, love it. All right. We got to keep moving, because otherwise we're going to be here all day. And we've got some other special things popping in soon. So number 2, the future is in the follow-up. Following up with potential customers is crucial to closing sales and generating income. And this involves reaching out to individuals who've expressed interest in your products and providing them with additional information on answering any questions that you have. So we want to share 6 tips for follow-up that are going to give you the best results in your business. Number 1, you have to have a system in place, right? Create a system that works for you to follow up with potential customers, whether it's through direct message, voice notes, video, emails, phone calls. You get the drift. You just got to have a system in place. What works best for you? What do you use? Number 2, you've got to be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to following up. Set a schedule for your follow-ups and be sure to stick to it. And just get it done. If it's something that you dread doing it, do it first thing in the morning. Number 3, personalize your approach. Make sure to personalize your follow-up messages. That's where those lists come in handy, where you're interacting with customers and you know what's going on in their lives. Every single customer of yours, they're on Facebook, so be sure to be interacting and building those relationships with them. Mention something specific from either a previous conversation that you've had with them or something that they just posted on their social media to show that you have a genuine interest in their lives. Number 4, make sure that you're offering value in your follow-up. Always offer something of value. Whether it's a special promotion or a helpful article that you found regarding skincare or a tip for a makeup, leveraging our blogs and our social assets, we always are sharing some great tips. So how are you offering value when you follow up? Number 5, be persistent but polite. It's important to follow up multiple times, but make sure you're not being pushy or aggressive, right? We are conversational, we are authentic, we are real, and we are communicating how we want to be communicated to, right? Can I get some hearts for that? We want to be communicated with in a way that, and we want to communicate that. We don't want, so always think about that. How would I want to be approached? I love the hearts. Yes. And number 6, listen to feedback. Pay attention to feedback from your potential customers and adjust your approach accordingly. If you're not hearing back from them, 1, they missed it. You've got to follow up with the follow-up, right? How many of you follow up with the follow-up and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I totally meant to reach out to you, but when you sent that message, I was on the phone with the doctor, or my kid was throwing up, or the dog was puking, or, my boss walked in my office, et cetera, right? Just because they don't follow up with your initial follow-up, they don't reply, doesn't mean you don't reply. So pay attention to that feedback though. And if you're consistently not hearing back from people you said you follow up with, or that you're doing your follow-up, pay attention to maybe these things here. Are you being consistent? Are you offering value? Are you being authentic and having genuine conversation? Okay? Next is your Senate time. It's so lucrative. How you spend your Senate time, meaning how you make money, whether you do it virtually or in person. You're doing elite MUA certifications, you're doing your MUAs, your Senate skin profiling, soon to last certifications. That is your demo, your one-to-one time, your vendor events, your beauty bars, your workshops, whatever you want to call it. That's your most lucrative time in the business. They are the key component to your growth. Where are you spending your Senate time? How much money are you making during your Senate time? And what can you do to improve making more money during your Senate time? We're going to talk about that because you know what? You sell what you share. You sell what you share. If you are only selling lip scents and mascara or Hydra Matte and lashes, it's because that's all you're sharing. We have an incredible beauty book of over 300 incredible items. What are you upselling? What is your favorite thing to sell? Drop it in the comments. What are some examples you cross-sell? Are you selling 2 Hydra Mattes to share a different color, but then you're bundling maybe some other products with that? If you missed our call on Monday, Sarah and I talked all about lips, and she had some great information regarding a couple of our products for fine lines and lip volumizer. We talked about the scrub. The watermelon mask is one of my favorites. So when you're selling Hydra Matte, are you just talking about Hydra Matte? Or are you reminding them about our lip scrub and our watermelon mask, and maybe now our lip line corrector and volumizer? How do you bundle? Jennifer says literally everything. That can be overwhelming to a customer. I would love to know, tell us more about how you can personalize for people. And I see Cece says CCTM, Climate Control Watermelon Lip Mask, is a favorite of Angie's. Hi, Anna, glad you're here. So Jennifer, when you're selling, do they buy everything? And again, this is a great time to look at what you're doing and the process you're doing. And if they're not buying everything, but you're noticing that they're buying maybe just the mascara or just the lip scents, are they overwhelmed because you are sharing everything? How can you tailor and customize what they're asking for? Donna says she loves selling that skincare. Great. And do you offer some of the beauty and the cosmetics as well? And lastly, but definitely the most important thing that you're doing is offering the Senate choice. And the Senate choice is simply offering them the opportunity to purchase with you and enjoy the products and become one of your valued customers. They can become a Kiss and Tell preferred customer with you, or they can join the business with you and offer it to their friends and families. And of course, they can also host their friends and maybe earn some fun things at a discount. The beauty of this business and the way your business can be set up with our incredible commissions plan and compensation plan, earning up to 50% off and having that wholesale opportunity, you can do this business any way you choose. And when you offer the Senate choice to others, that is where the magic lies. Do you offer the Senate choice? Is it habitual with you? What are your favorite words that work? What do you love to say? Remember, some will, some won't, So what? Who's next? This business, it really is a numbers game. The more you ask, the more yeses you will receive. It's really that simple. So make sure that you're offering the choice every single time you're closing out your customer. Deborah, you're overwhelmed and your customers are too. You're saying help, and I love that you're saying help. We would love to help you. Deborah, what are your favorite products? Start there. What are you most passionate about? That is where your genius is, and that is what you're going to share. Are you passionate about our skincare? Are you passionate about our our technology that allows our lip color to stay in place through all the things? And our other cosmetics? What are you passionate about? Start with those items, and then you will build upon them. When I started my business, it was accessories, and it was overwhelming. We had over, I want to say 400 SKUs, so many items. I started with what I loved and why I loved it, and then I grew the collection from there. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. And so we are so excited that you've been here today. Remember, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. A focused 15 minutes of one of these activities is going to get you the success that you need. Prospecting or the wow, following up, making sure you're spending your Senate time doing the right activities. Make sure you're upselling. You're talking about other products that you love and are passionate about. And number 5, my personal favorite, building a team of Senna sisters. Those items will build you the business that you desire. Your homework this week is take a look at those 5 income producing activities and those areas and see what you're doing well, see what needs some tweaking, and then setting aside the time to focus on those areas. We look forward to seeing you next week, where we're going to be sharing how to sponsor. And now I'm going to suggest that you stay right here inside this group, because there's something fun coming for you. Wink, wink. Mwah. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.